fell behind by 17 in the first half. You guys fought your way back, had a big lead. They came back, and then you found a way to figure it out at the end. I know Cody went down, but how big was, I guess, your impact and everyone's impact in those final few minutes to kind of pull this one out against a very good Suns team?
Thank you. Sam, I think this is a team win. When you get out there competing, you give all glory to God when you end up winning like this. And there's games that we have lost kind of the same way. So just glad guys were in the right mindset. We keep fighting, we keep competing, we never give in. And at the end of the day, we learned from our mistakes last game. We corrected, and we'll find a way to win the game. So really happy for my team and looking forward to the next game.
Thank you.
Rod Boone.
Hey, Biz, as somebody who's, been tight with LaMelo so far, man, just wondering, what have you seen from him lately in these fourth quarters where he's able to, play well, especially like he did tonight, to help you guys pull these games out?
I think LaMelo is just an overall competitor. It feels good when, you're around guys that also like to compete. And obviously, the rest of the guys are competitive, but you feel off the energy of one another. And I think he has done a good job leaning on all the guys around him and finding ways to help him. Obviously, he has been making a lot of big plays down the stretch, and that has been able to help us win the game. So at the end of the day, this is all about a team. We all fight together. We win together, we lose together. So tonight, I think, a lot of credit to my teammate for putting up a fight.
Thank you.
Rick Bonnell.
Is even before you guys were winning a lot of games last season, you had a pretty remarkable efficiency in clutch minutes down the stretch of close games. This season, you guys lead that category by an absurd margin. What has it been about a team that is this young that you guys have been so good at closing out tight games?
To be honest with you, we're thankful for the coaching staff that we have. I think they've put us in position to win down the stretch. Obviously, paying attention to the very small details goes a long way. So for us, I think just being able to execute and paying attention to every little details that matter, rather switching pick and rolls on defense, rather it's executing on offense. So overall, when we're going into the game, we have a game plan, and it's good to see guys sticking with it and being able to execute down the stretch, which is the hardest thing to do in this league. And again, I think this is part of our growth. We continue to grow and continue to learn.
Thanks, sir.
Jacob Rude.
Hey, Biz, Jacob with USA Today. Kind of building off those last two questions, Coach said after the game tonight that LaMelo's confidence late in the game gives the rest of the team confidence. Do you get that sense or get that feeling late in games like tonight?
Tell you the truth, I just stay in the moment. I really never focus about what's going on. I think down the stretch, I focus more on knowing my job and doing my job to the best of my ability and making sure that I can help the next guy on the floor. I think that's my primary focus, whether we up or down. So do I sense that? In some ways, I think we all feed off each other's energy in order for us to be able to actually keep competing. And obviously, sometimes you see guys talking shit to each other, challenging each other during those times goes a long way as well. So it's always fun to be out there with guys that, like to challenge each other. But again, I think he has been making a lot of big plays on the stretch that has been able to help us win. But, like I said, I stay in the moments and focus on one position, guarding my guys and helping the next guy.
Thank you.
Richard Walker.
Richard Walker, CarolinaSportsHub.com. Biz, going to a place that's won 12 out of 14. You're down 17 midway through the second quarter. Booker and Paul are playing really well. What changed to kind of turn that momentum around and give yourselves a chance to win the game?
I think our energy defensively changed a lot. We were making shots, we were trading shots, But at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing in this league is being able to recognize that you can't keep exchanging basket with a team. You got to try to get 2-3 stops in a row in order for you to get good positions. Then you got to get good shots. I think we tried to do that before closing the half, and that were able to help us starting off the second half. And then I think the first 5 minutes we come out focused. We make some big plays. Cody has some big plays. I think Terry Rozier has some big plays. So everybody just kind of figure out how to start the game the right way at the beginning of the third quarter. And I think that played a big role in us kind of finishing the game, although they made a comeback.
Danny Thompson.
Biz, Danny Thompson with 3-point conversion. One of the things JD had mentioned was the fact that he wanted to get more out of the bench. And since the bench had extended minutes tonight, how good is it that everybody was able to contribute? You with 11 rebounds, Miles in double figures, Malik with 29, and Jalen giving high energy in the first quarter, especially with the minutes he played.
I think in this league, to be able to win, you need your first unit and your second units to perform. Rather, it's now the playoff. But at the same time, I think it's very important for us going into each and every game. I think we earlier on I said we lean on each other. It's not just the first units getting out there, go get it done. We got to back them up and vice versa. Rather, we got one guy's down, we still got to cover for him. So overall, thank God everything worked out for us tonight. And I think there's things that we can correct, a few mistakes here and there that we all got to get better at and be prepared for the next game. So we look forward to that.
Last question. We'll go to Charlie Lapasorda.
Hey, Biz, appreciate your time. My question is more related to Black History Month, and in light of what was a crazy 2020, I know the Hornets recently developed a racial justice initiative. The NBA has done a great job promoting Black History Month. I'm just wondering, from your perspective, Biz, we've had over a month now, all of us had really to reflect on what was a crazy 2020, and having a Black owner, Michael Jordan, owning the Hornets. What lessons have you learned from Jordan and from 2020 overall that you want to apply to this year, even beyond Black History Month, Biz?
So to me, the lesson that I really have learned is just that we have to be able to have the uncomfortable conversation. And it doesn't matter whether you're Black, whether you're white, whether you Hispanic, whatever the color of your skin is, we have to be able to have this uncomfortable conversation. We all have to have hearts that welcome everybody. You don't have to be from Africa to be accepted here. You don't have to be from China to be accepted. We have to learn how to accept everybody, and I think that's one thing that I've learned. I have friends that's Black, that's Chinese. I have friends all over the world. I have fans all over the world. So I've got to learn how to see and have different conversation, include with my close ones and people that might have a different perspective. And I think at the end of the day, we all gotta share love. We all gotta share love. So I think that's the most important thing for me. And, even around my teammate, you try to have this conversation, give them different perspective. Because even until today, people still say he's Black, he's white, but, that should never matter in the amount of opportunity you give somebody. So at the end of the day, we all still learning from each other. This is a journey. And along the way, I think God